What is up, guys? OT Star here, and welcome. We're back with another video. I just recently finished up the Hoenn region, so I thought it'd be a good idea to come over here to Falabor Town. I think that's how you pronounce it, and catch ourselves some dittos, and try that out as a money-making method. I don't know how long I'll be. Maybe I'll go for 3 hours or 5 hours. We'll see. You'll probably know by the title how long I went. But yeah, dittos have been known as a pretty consistent way of making money in this game and building your bank. So here we go. We're going to try it ourselves. Let's get it. Oh yeah, guys, and if you guys do enjoy this kind of content, please do like and subscribe. Thank you. Let's get it. So here we are, guys. We finally made it. We've unlocked this area of the region here in Hoenn. One of the main reasons I was excited to complete the Hoenn region was so that I can unlock this method. That way I can come up here into these caves and just pretty much farm out as many dittos as possible. Dittos has always been known as one of the more consistent ways of generating some Pokeyen here, just farming out the Dittos, because they are just pretty much always high in demand because they are used obviously for breeding. So it's always been a pretty reliable method to make some GP as long as you're willing. I said GP, like if I play RuneScape, some Pokeyen, if you are willing to put in the time. The method that I will be using, as you guys can see on screen, is pretty much I use a Smeargle with False Swipe and Spore. I believe this one still has Sketch on it. But yeah, mainly False Swipe and Spore. One, obviously, every once in a while, the Ditto will wake up, transform, and use False Swipe on you. But since False Swipe only drops you down to 1 HP, it can't really kill you. On my Smeargle, I also have safety goggles on so that if it does decide to use Spore on me, if it does wake up, it cannot Spore me, it can't sleep me. So it's pretty much, I'm pretty much safe. I can pretty much always catch Ditto. The Pokeballs that we are using is the Dusk Ball. Reason being, we are inside a cave, and I believe the Dusk Ball works inside caves as if it was nighttime or dusk or whatever the case may be. They are a little bit pricey, but I will be counting the amount of dust balls I use and deducting that from the total at the end of the video. After everything's said and done, I personally caught 44 Dittos an hour. I by no way, shape, or form was working at max efficiency here. So I don't know. I'm guessing you guys could probably catch a little bit more if you are like hyper efficient. The only real requirements for doing this specific method in this specific area is pretty much completing the Hoenn region. You must defeat the Elite Four in order to have access to this area. Most Dittos do tend to go for, like at the bare minimum, is like about 5k per Ditto. Obviously that can change, whether they have any 31 stats or 2 times 31 or 3 times 31. Obviously price ranges change, but the bulk of the money that you're going to make catching Dittos is probably going to be from selling them as boxes. One of the most reliable sources of selling your Ditto boxes, from what I gathered from watching different videos, is pretty much going to Petrowski's Discord. In there they do have a specific channel for Ditto box selling, and from what I managed to gather, they go, they're 330k per box. 30k of that in which is probably deducted from, I guess, mailing fees or whatever, so I think that's about 300k. So that's actually not bad. 300k for every 60 Dittos you sell, so which equals out to a box. In the grand scheme of things, I believe I caught Dittos for about 5 hours. Actually I went more, but efficiently I caught, or semi-efficiently I caught, I went for 5 hours and I caught about 240-ish Dittos. I managed to catch 42 1x31s and 4 2x31s. For the most part, most of the 1x31s, unfortunately, I might as well just pretty much throw them in a box. I do know that you can sell boxes of just 1x31s. I'm not sure how much the price of that goes for. I will be figuring that out and probably doing that in the future, but for now I'm probably just going to sell them as 1x31s. I will go through them and sell some of them separately. Some of them might actually be worth a little bit of money, and the 2x31s, I'll probably be selling those as well in the GTO separately. Okay guys, let's move on. Let's get on to selling everything that we've got, adding up all the totals, and seeing how much GP per hour we actually make. All right, so pretty much about 3 minutes after posting that I was selling 4 Ditto boxes on Petrowski's Discord, I had somebody reach out and I was able to sell all 3 of them for 1.2 mil. Go ahead and put that somewhere on the screen. So the 4 Ditto boxes sold for 1.2 mil. My GTL Dittos, a couple of the 1x31s, it was probably only like 1 or 2 that were worth selling on the GTL, and my 2x31s, they sold for a total of 194K. The other 40 1x31s that I have, we're just going to say that, I'm going to sell them for 5K each. But they were 40, so those came out to a total of 200K. When you add all that together, that comes out to a total of 1,594,000 Pokeyen, which is actually insane. I'm going to subtract the 390K from it because I did use about 300 Dusk Balls during those 5 hours. And that brings it down to 1,204,000. Divide that by 5 because I did do about 5 hours of Ditto catching. That brings it to make it 240K Pokeyen per hour. That's actually more than I thought that I was going to get, but that's actually amazing. This is definitely going to be one of my go-tos when it comes to, just having something to do when I'm at work. Maybe just grind some Dittos out, make some money, and, maybe even catch myself a shiny Ditto at some point. But yeah, guys, this is awesome. This is actually a great money-making method. And like I said, the only real requirements are, completing the Horn region and getting yourselves a Smeargle. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me any tips, any suggestions, any other kind of money-making methods you'd like to see me try out. And with that, I will finish up the Sinnoh region and, maybe try something out over here. But thanks again, guys. Much love. Thank you. Bye.